Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. This is Dylan with Tucson Future Classics, and that is our 2013 60,000 mile Ford F-150 XL. Quick rundown on the F-150 XL. This is a 2013. It is the XL work truck spec, so your refrigerator white, you got your black plastics, your 17-inch steelies. This one's got the good Wrangler Workhorse HT tires on it. The only options on this is the power accessory package, meaning you get power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, and a key fob. But the city of Ontario, who owned this thing its whole life, opted for two extra things. Little steps there, and a drop-in plastic bed liner. Now, curious enough, this was owned by the city of Ontario and Cali its entire life until going to auction, which is where we got it. Stamped on the battery is this thing's unit number. So this is 4140. And being a fleet truck, it was quite well taken care of. You can see in the back here, this has the drop-in bed liner, and this particular truck has got the 373 rear axle and the 6,700 pound GVWR package, meaning that that bed can swallow just over 1 ton of cargo. And if you retrofit from the bumper ball hitch here and the little light bar pin connector here to a proper class 3 or class 4 hitch, this can tow just over 3 tons as well. Another noteworthy thing with these F-150s, this one has the 3.7 liter dual overhead cam V6 and the 6-speed auto, meaning that this V6, not only does it run flex fuel, which is great given the price of gas right now and that flex fuel is federally subsidized, so, you know, the price of the corn juice doesn't go up nearly as quickly as the price of regular gasoline, but it also means that this V6 is within 8 horsepower of the 5.4 Triton V8s from just 2 model years before. This having 302, that old Triton 5.4 having 310. It's a really good package, and these things make great workhorses. That's kind of why they're the industry standard. So let's get up under the hood, look at all 3 amenities inside, and take this thing out for a rip. Up here under the hood, looking into the power barn of the F-150, you'll see it's a pickup truck with the V6, meaning you have a massive engine bay designed to swallow even their biggest dual overhead cam V8s. And it just makes everything so easy to work on and access in here. And again, fleet maintained, so everything is remarkably clean under here and in quite good shape. This is that one clue I was telling you about before. She's unit 4140 out of Ontario, California, and this is a fresh battery as of February of 2025. So yeah, they kept up on this thing. As an operator, you've got your windshield washer fluid here to worry about. You've got your coolant reservoir here, air filter here, brake fluid reservoir there, and then you can add and check your oil right there. And as you see, dual overhead cam, coil on plug, 3.7 liter V6. This is actually the non-turbo cop car V6 that Ford uses. So it works real good. Quick out back, I want to just point out that in addition to that ball hitch, you are wired for the big stuff. You got this, you got your 4-pin flat connector there, and this being a proper fleet truck, full-size spare tire, and even chalk marks on the rear differential showing when it was last serviced. So they were pretty thorough. For getting into the back, open that driver's door wide up, grab here, suicide doors open up. And yeah, I'm a big dude, but Ford built these to move some pretty big people. The seats are nice and plush, and notably all of the back seats, there are handles on them. They can lift and lock up for extra storage down below. But you've got, for family duties, child seat anchors down here, full 3-point seat belts for all 3 seats. Spinning this around, you'll see I am 6'1", 270 pounds. This is my own driver's seat here. I actually have knee room. I don't need to man spread. I can tuck. But yeah, it's very plush, and it's designed to haul a crew of people to and from construction sites. So you will fit back here a lot better than the smaller cabs. You don't need a big super cab and sacrifice your bed space for comfort inside. One other fun thing, you do get 2 amenities. You get a charger and a little bucket for putting your stuff. Door cards right and left. So yeah, decent size back, and underneath the driver's side, pull up on that lever, up it comes. That is your jack and your spare tire tools to get the tire out from under the bed. All right, settled into the driver's seat of the F-150. So, like I said, this does in fact have one factory option, and that's these right here. The power accessory pack. Power windows, power mirrors, power door locks, and your key fob. They kept it simple, but it's kind of nice to have it. Other than that, not much going on. Headlight controls here, dimmer switches here. You've got your parking brake is pedal, release is there. This steering column, there's a friction lock here, and this tilts to dial in an angle for you. And for the gauges up here, pretty complete for a modern truck, but tack, oil temperature, coolant temperature, fuel, and transmission temperature up top. Then you've got your speedo in miles and kilometers there. Prindle indicator down below, and that info screen is not flickering. That's just the refresh rate on my phone not playing nice. So this gives you just a couple things. Miles to empty, average MPG. As you're driving, it'll show you if you're increasing or decreasing your average MPG. With that little screen, you can set a timer or have your 2 trip meters, or if you cycle all the way through, you can black the screen out entirely for a calm panel. Column shift, just like you'd expect. Pull it back and rack it down into gears. Tow haul is right here on the side. Little coin slot here. Extra storage cubbies left and right. You've got a 12-volt cigarette plug there, and another one right here. Here's your radio. No infotainment, no nothing fancy. This thing is straight out of like an 04 Explorer. You've got AM, FM, and a clock. That's it. This is a work truck after all. If you want a Bluetooth to it, you're gonna have to get a Bluetooth to FM transmitter. But they cost like 20 bucks and you can charge your phone off them, so problem solved. Up above, traction control on and off, and your hazard lights there. HVAC controls are exactly as simple as you'd expect. On and off is here. How hot you want it is there. How hard you want it is there. And where you want it is right up here. Now, a cool thing, this being the split bench seating, this isn't just an armrest. On the passenger side is a black tab that you pull, and up it comes. So now, you're sitting 3 across up front and in the back. Another nice thing, I'm gonna move my Yeti water bottle and my spare phones. This slides in to give that middle seat passenger a little bit of leg room. And there's a tab here. If you pull up, you've got a full under storage compartment under that seat too. Good for, you know, hiding stuff or keeping things from rattling around. Also, as I was cleaning this out, a little bit more of a context clue of the history of this truck, this guy was down there. That is a Rainbird sprinkler head for an in-ground sprinkler system. So this was probably a landscaping or parks and rec truck. Kept pretty nice. Got the big glove box you'd expect. Factory books are in there. And then full-length door cards, driver and passenger, for hiding all sorts of stuff in every conceivable space. But this is a work truck. You've got a manual rearview mirror, and this one wasn't even opted with cruise control. Now, if you want that, the switch is 180 bucks, and then you just gotta have Ford reflash the truck. So feel free to upgrade that if you would like. But yeah, that's enough of this comfy, simple inside. Let's get to driving. Dropping down out of the parking garage, I've got all 4 windows down. Yes, the rear half windows are power as well. And we'll just take a listen to any squeaks, rattles, or undue noises this thing might make as we go through this echoey parking garage. Again, fleet maintained. This thing has been really well kept up on. Like, you can even see it's got new shocks on the back of it. So the city of Ontario, California definitely cared about keeping this truck nice, and it shows. It's not rattly, it's not creaky. Even here, I'll thump the brakes. No brake noise, but my Yeti did just go flying. And even here on the flat, V6 pulls good, sounds great, no bad noises. So exactly what you would expect from a well-maintained fleet workhorse. Let's get up onto the highway here. Now, God, that wasn't even to its shift point. Everybody is familiar with how pickup trucks drive. In another life, a good long while ago, in a much more blue-collar job, I had the pleasure of driving almost every variety of base model work truck out there. And these stripped down rear-wheel drive F-150s always impressed me at how well they drove. This one is no exception to that. Nice. That V6 is quite punchy, and it's really smooth. Like, we're sitting here 75 mile an hours on the old Interstate 10 here, and I mean, it's really quiet for a truck. Very, very little chatter from the bed, even over the biggest bumps, expansion joints, or bridge seams here. And if I turn this around real quick, even coming from those window seams and where the doors meet, the weather stripping is still really solid on this. Also, this being the mid-length wheelbase with that 6.5 foot bed and the extended cab, it is really stable too. Like, if you needed to quickly maneuver in this truck, it is actually really hard to upset its balance. It's not tippy, it's not ponderous. It drives pretty well. Staged up here at the end of a mostly abandoned dead-end road, we're going to do a quick 0 to 40 to 0 to show that there's nothing hiding in the brakes, suspension, engine, ABS, or transmission under full accelerative and decelerative load. And because this is a rear-wheel drive pickup, traction control is going off, tow haul mode is going on, and I'm gonna crack the window and see if we can't make a tire or two come to life. 3, 2, 1, go. Nope, it just bites. Nice. Oh, brakes, brakes, brakes. ABS, right to a stop. Also, wow, that 3.7 really likes to rev. This is properly fun to drive. Way to go, truck. All right, so we're coming up on some properly rough roads here, and I want to show this thing off because it's an unladen pickup truck. We all expect them to ride pretty rough, but these two-wheel drive Ford work trucks have always surprised me in how good they handle, ride, and how well they handle bumps. I mean, like, manhole cover and a speed bump right here. Let's go over to 20. Doesn't care. 2 little speed bumps. Boom, boom. Some craters in the road. These things actually soak up the terrain really, really well. I mean, it's a truck, so you've got long travel suspension, but unlike the 4-wheel drive ones, these 2-wheel drive work trucks don't have super stiff suspension up front, which lets it handle, you know, broken up pavement and like kind of the worst case scenario for a live rear axle truck like this. Pavement like this. Does a really good job of handling it. Those suicide doors aren't rattling against each other or letting a bunch of air in. It's really composed. And yeah, these have always driven more like Well, honestly, the expeditions that they are underneath, or I always used to joke that these ride like a Crown Vic with a bed on the back, and yeah, holds true. Good, comfy workhorse of a truck. And in case you didn't know this, they ride even better with weight in the back. So when it's doing work, it'll actually ride even softer for you than when it's empty. There you have it, everybody. Back at our lot, wrapping everything up on the Fleet Spec 2013 F-150 XL. Now, this being a former City of Ontario, California truck with 60,000 miles, kind of proves why I like these fleet trucks so much. A super simple base model truck holds a really special spot, a soft spot for me, because I think they're one of the best values, capability-wise and toughness, dollar for dollar and pound for pound, you can get out on the roads. If you don't need the big V8 or the 4 doors that gives you the tiny little bed in the back or the 4-wheel drive, these are awesome options. They're simpler, they're more fuel efficient, and they ride better. So if you want to see why I like these work trucks so much and take old Unit 4014 out for yourself, call or text the number that's about to be on screen or follow the links in the description below. Until then, I've been Dylan, and I'll see you soon.